Okay, we're recording February 1st, 2024, and so far this year I've had 6 referrals into my business. These are like high level referrals for growth partnerships. This isn't like a low ticket, $200 a month thing. This is like a high level partnership. So those are big contracts. And yeah, 6 people, that's huge. That's like the most amount of referrals I've had in such a short time span. Like I've had a lot of referrals over the years. And I want to talk about that because it's the easiest marketing you're ever going to do. And it's funny because this is coming in a time where I have actively not been pushing to grow my business. This last month in January, I've been going through my permanent residency application here in Australia. That's taken up a lot of time and energy. And then the time and energy outside of that, I have been purely focused on the existing clients that I have, right? Making sure that they have an amazing experience and I'm going above and beyond to help them, right? That's always my priority because I don't want to be that person, and I've seen this a lot, where people are just solely focused on client acquisition and making more sales. They forget about their existing clients, and then they're just constantly on this hamster wheel. One thing that has served me well over the last 6 years of running ads and working closely with other businesses is the emphasis on keeping clients, and more so the emphasis on results and the actual service that I'm delivering. Because it's not just about the results. People will talk about referrals or say like, you need to get results to get referrals. That's a piece of it for sure. But actually the things that I attribute to that, there's 3 things I attribute to that I wrote down here. And I actually think they're more important than results, which is, one is giving a shit, right? Like if you're working closely with a client and they feel like you care and you have a connection and a relationship with them, then they're going to want to work with you for longer, most likely. The second thing is going above and beyond. I've had a lot of clients come to me, and especially like the last month where, I was getting referrals and stuff. I've had a lot of clients come to me where they've gone through some like big program, right? They drop 10 grand, they get thrown into a group of 200 people, they get very little actual support. And the support they do get is from some like low level intern marketing assistant sort of thing. Like it's not high level, and they're definitely not working closely with the person that they've actually signed up to work with, like the guru who's running that program. And so that really annoys them, and they're lacking that connection. And it just feels like, they're just a number, right? They're just a number in this person's program, and that person doesn't care about them because in reality, they don't, right? They probably don't even know that client's name. If they passed them in the street, they probably wouldn't even know who that client was. I build like good relationships with my clients and I genuinely give a shit. And that really, really helps. And then lastly is good communication. So this is tying back into that previous point. Sometimes I speak to clients and they're blown away by the response time, and not just like the response time, but the actual quality of the response when they ask me a question. And I actually think that's one of the most valuable things I give my clients. Like I run their ads, I write copy, build the funnels, do the technical side, like jump on calls with them. But I actually think the communication I have right now is through WhatsApp. I might change that in the future to Slack because WhatsApp gets a little crazy after a while. But regardless, the communication I have with clients is very fluid. And I actually don't refer to my client. I know I'm saying the word client, but I don't refer to my clients as clients. I refer to them as partners, like growth partners, because I do see it as a partnership, and the kind of level of work that I do with people is more of a partnership as opposed to like a mentor client relationship or like mentor student relationship. Like I'm not teaching clients loads of shit and being like, hey, I know you're busy, go and do a load more stuff. Like I'm taking stuff off of their plate, strategically planning with them, getting the assets that I need, and then building stuff out, right? So it's a partnership in that regard. And so that's really important to have good communications. Like if you are working closely with someone and you message them a question and then it takes them 5 days to respond, like that's gonna, one, it's gonna piss you off, but two, it's just gonna slow down the progress that you're trying to make together. And especially in the early stages, like the first 4 to 6 weeks of me working with someone, it's pretty intense. There's a lot of stuff we're building, we're refining, like going through like potentially some of their previous funnels. Like I'm working with a client now who's been in the industry for over 13 years, and she's got loads of resources and loads of assets, and like we're kind of going through and pulling things apart and finding things that are good, like in terms of marketing hooks or even just resources that we can use quickly and plug into her marketing. And so there's things like that that are super important to understand. Like you need good communication and you need to have a good relationship with your clients. And I actually think that, as I said before, is more important than the results you get. Like I've had referrals in the past from clients that have been quite slow in getting results. And they've referred people to me just because they enjoy working with me and they can see that things are developing a lot more than they were previously. And that's huge, right? Like it's a relationship. And so if you're working closely with clients, if you're a consultant, I kind of view myself as like a growth consultant, growth partner. So as I said before, I do quite a lot of different things with clients and handle quite a lot, from like strategy to like copywriting to like some of the tech build out and handling like ads and videos and things like that. So there's quite a lot that we do for clients, and I do have like people that work with me, and I'm growing my team out to support with that as well. So I can focus more on like the high level thinking, strategic stuff of working with clients, because right now there's like stuff that will happen on a call, and then it's like, okay, cool, here's the action plan, there's some things for you to go and do, there's some things for like my team to do, which a lot of the time is just me. So I'll go, and then it's like I have a call, and then I've also got like a massive to-do list of stuff to do, which is part of the journey, right? But I'm going to be hiring people to handle some of that stuff so I can solely focus on the highest level lever pullers for those businesses, which is like the hooks, the copywriting, and like the strategic planning with them, in regards to like their goals and their vision of what they're trying to create, and also just working out like what bottlenecks they're facing each time. Like right now, some of my clients are getting a ton of leads, but their biggest bottleneck is appointment setting because they just can't handle all the leads. So those leads kind of falling through the tracks. So it's like, okay, we're going to work together to hire an appointment setter, to get some like standard operating procedures in place to make sure they're trained effectively, and things like that. Some people, they have that and it's like they need a salesperson, or they need to hire a client success manager. Just kind of depends on the business and where they're at. Some of the businesses I work with are already at 7 figures coming in to work with me, and so they have a team. And so it's like actually how the team is communicating with each other, and the systems they're using. Sometimes it's like like their CRM, for example, might be like a total mess. I've had that before. I've come in and everything is just a mess. And it's like, okay, we need to like tidy everything up because no one knows what they're doing. People are like doubling up on like contacting leads, or leads are just getting missed altogether because everything is just all over the place. And so there's varying levels of this, and the point of this is like, this video really is aimed at like marketers, consultants, agency owners, where you're working with somebody in like a B2B realm, you're helping them grow their business, or if you're a business coach as well, this applies. But it's like you need to go deep with people, and you need to give a shit about people, and you need to actually build relationships with people. If you're working one to one, if you have like a group program, and obviously it's positioned that way, that is different, and that is a different type of offer. If you have a mastermind or a community-based offer. But if you're working one-to-one with somebody, especially when you're doing done few elements, or if you're in my position where you're like a growth partner, then you need to go deep. And that is ultimately going to have such a huge impact on your business. Like my goal with this is, I set a goal at the end of last year when I relaunched this offer, because I've done this offer in the past. And to be honest, like it was very hit and miss. I had growth partners where I had no retainer. It would be purely performance based. I'd do a load of upfront work and end up getting paid nothing. They'd walk away with resources and stuff, and then they'd kind of like not want to do stuff. And so it was a complete waste of my time and energy. And they'd still walk away with things as well, which, you could look at contracts and things like that, legally speaking, but I didn't want to go down that rabbit hole and just drain my energy even more. So that was a really good lesson, like beginning of last year, end of the year before in 2022. So I have a base retainer, and then for some clients that I do additional work with, we have like a performance fee and revenue share and things and different models like that. So there's incentives there. Just depends on the client. Like the structure is slightly different depending on the clients I'm working with. And yeah, from there, it's just really a case of I can go deeper with clients because, especially like one of my clients is a growth partner I've got like a revenue share with. They have a base retainer, and I do quite a lot of stuff for them and have helped them with a lot of stuff over the years. So, some months they pay me 10 grand, right? So that's really, really valuable. And if I was just in the mindset of like constantly looking for new clients all the time, that'd be really hard to manage. And I definitely wouldn't get them as good results. And that would impact them, being able to pay me as much. But also they probably just wouldn't want to stay with me long term anyway if they could sense like, oh, this guy's not in this. So with that being said, I'm going to be capping this very soon. Like, I'm not at the point yet where I'm going to like close the doors. I think I would probably take on one or two more clients as it is. And then I need to like make some hires and strategic plays there before I open up the doors to more people. Because with the right team in place, I could probably handle about 20 clients or partners on this, which is pretty cool. But like right now, with me doing a lot of the heavy lifting, I definitely couldn't do that. I would be burnt out and it would just be super stressful. But also in terms of my goals, like I'm kind of like in this place where I'm weighing up what I want to do next because I'm enjoying the journey, I'm enjoying what I'm doing, but I'm thinking like ahead, like there are definitely going to be some bottlenecks with this model that I'm running. And I really like what I do with clients. Like I help a lot of my clients build out their communities in terms of like their group coaching offer. And I don't have that myself. Like I've done group coaching in the past. I've been a CSM for a coaching company like 6 years ago and coach hundreds of clients. And like I really enjoy that process as well. And that's something I just do deep one-to-one with people at the moment. And so I'm weighing up what I do with that, if that's something I want to actively pursue, because I definitely have a lot of resources and things I can share with people. I'm looking into either running like a free or a low ticket school group. The reason why I'm looking at low ticket is less about like the self liquidating aspect with like making a bit of money. It's more just because I want higher caliber people in there that pay attention. I've run free Facebook groups in the past where I've just had loads of people and they just don't really get involved. They don't really value the information. And so I'm kind of like, if I'm going to put a school group together, I'm actually looking at potentially charging like somewhere between $30 and $100 a month, where people come in and they actually, they pay a bit. It's not a lot, but they pay a bit to be there. So they actually value the information, and it just removes like any people that are just complete time wasters or people that are jumping into the group to try and like prospect other group members, which just pisses me off because it just like devalues the group as well. So that's like something that's on my radar in the near future. But this is the model I'm running right now. And obviously the whole purpose of this video is talking about results and referrals. So yeah, as I said, 6 referrals so far. We've had 2 are actively signed and working with us that just started. One has signed and is starting with us in the next couple of weeks once they get a few things sorted their end. And then we've got 3 more who I'm speaking to in the next couple of weeks as well. So 6 referrals so far in total this year, 1st of February recording this. Pretty crazy. Yeah, and hopefully you found this useful. If you're a marketer, if you're a consultant or anything like that, or an agency owner, and you have any questions around the model I run and you want to find out more about it, then just let me know below, because I'm happy to share on that, because it's been a journey. I've been doing this for 6 years now, and prior to that had worked for a year as a CSM and an account manager in another business, and then prior to that I'd also been working as an online coach, grew that to 6 figures and stuff as well. So been in this space for 10 years in total, running ads and building funnels and all that fun stuff. So yeah, if you have any questions, fire below. Hopefully you found this raw and real video useful. I kind of hit a bottleneck with like kind of over planning and editing and stuff like that with YouTube last month, and I kind of just realized like, actually I just want to talk to camera like I used to do on Facebook. I used to do loads of Facebook lives, and it was more just like a stream of consciousness. And so that's what I want to be sharing with people and going kind of deep into like not just like tactical stuff like I have been today, but also looking higher level in terms of principles, philosophy, and even like spirituality, because that actually plays a big role in how I operate in business. But I don't really talk about that much because everything like in the past has been very much like how to do this and X, Y, Z. So I want to make these videos a lot more valuable. And I think the way to do that is just by sharing more of what I'm doing and documenting my journey, my thought process, and everything around that as well. So if you found this useful, hit subscribe, leave a comment if you have any questions, and I will make sure to get back to you in the near future. Much love. Peace.